Anti-coup protests have been taking place in Bangkok. Hundreds of people gathered outside a shopping mall in the city's north demanding an end to military rule. They scuffled briefly with police who tried to move them away. Well, let's get the latest now from Aljazeera's Veronica Pedrosa, who joins us live from the capital, Bangkok. Veronica, now these anti-coup rallies, just give us an idea of the sort of numbers that have turned out to voice their protest against military rule.
They're comparatively few numbers, Fauzia. I am at that shopping mall, just a typical shopping mall here in the Lad Phrao district of Bangkok. But earlier today, this was the stage for that standoff between the police and the anti-coup protesters. It didn't seem very organised. It's rather spontaneous. There was one person here who was the partner of a red-shirt poet who was killed under mysterious circumstances several weeks ago. But by and large, you're not seeing the big-name activists, as it were. Most of them, as you mentioned, have already been summoned to the military to report, and going by precedents, that means that they are going to be arrested, although the military says they're only going to be there for a week. But let us see whether these protests gain traction, because there are more two planned for later this evening at two major landmarks in Bangkok, the Victory Monument and the MBK shopping mall, which will be familiar to the millions of tourists who visit Bangkok.
Now, Veronica, we've seen politicians and a number of academics in custody. What's the message that the military is trying to send out?
Well, going by what they're saying happened on Thursday, before military rule was announced, what happened was that they were trying to kind of bring people around the table, the big table, and negotiate some kind of compromise that would let everyone settle down, this situation of stalemate, political stalemate. One side wanted elections, the other side wanted an interim government appointed. Well, apparently at some point, General Prayut Chan-o-cha said, you guys cannot decide, we have no choice but to take over and impose peace and order. Now, there are those who would say that that may be what's being said at face value, the imposition of peace and order, and there are those, that I would say the majority of Thais, if you go by polls that have been taken, who think that this is right, that the military is a guardian of peace and order, of stability in this country. But there are also those who point out that really there wasn't a peace and order situation in the country. Martial law's been imposed throughout the entire nation of 67 million, but really there were just a few skirmishes, 25 people dead, 800 injured. Yes, that's serious, but is it really a peace and order situation? Human rights activists saying it's opened the door for a free fall in human rights.
And we shall see what happens in the coming days. Veronica, thank you for that. Veronica Pedrosa there reporting for us from Bangkok.